now today.
Yes, my friends, indeed. Today is the day. Welcome to the Unbox Me Today show, episode 530. Yes, we are still pushing forward to having a great time. And if you want to have a great time, make sure that you also click the link so that you like and subscribe to the channel, as well as to support the algorithm. And you know who is amazing? Because I know you're an amazing guest, because when you're live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. Let me introduce you my next amazing guest. And this is Conor Cunneen. I hope I'm saying that right. The Irishman. Now, the IrishmanSpeaks is the professional speaking and sales training brand of Conor Cunneen, an Irish-born, Chicago-based keynote speaker, award-winning humorist, and business performance trainer. Conor performs and publishes under the IrishmanSpeaks name and is recognized for his ability to combine genuine humor with practical neuroscience-based frameworks that drive measurable improvements in sales performance, team culture, and professional communication. So without any further delay, please welcome my new best friend, the super talented, the super handsome, the guy that looks better in a hat than I do, the one, the only, Conor Cunneen.
How am I supposed to live up to that?
Welcome to the show, Conor. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to live up to that introduction with a singing podcaster.
Well, you already did, my friend. I'm so impressed with you. I can't wait to share the world with you. And if you want to be part of that world, click the link down below so you can leave comments on the live. So let's dive right to the questions here. So Conor, I don't mince words. I just want to ask you, what do you do and why do you do it?
Okay, easy answer to that. I'm an Irishman, happily exiled in Chicago, Raja. And as a keynote speaker, business presenter, and a consultant, my mission is to improve people, performance, and productivity with a smile. And at the end of my work, what I like to believe and my clients say is that I leave them with a smile on the face, with a spring in the step, and some memorable, actionable takeaways to help them to create a better workplace or whatever objective I have been brought in to help them to solve.
I love it. That's very nice. Now, a lot of people usually pivot into what they're currently doing into their business because they had a reason to. Like, what happened along the way? What did you find, or what was your turning point that started your origin story in this?
Right. Well, I speak a lot about having clear vision and clear goals. And the irony for me, Raja, is that I came over in a corporate role, and 25 years ago, I did not have a vision or a goal that I would be a keynote speaker and presenting on improving people performance and productivity. The company I was working with, Unilever, after I was here for a few years, wanted me to go back to Europe for family reasons. I didn't want to do it because my daughter had just started in college and I'd already messed up her education once. So I told Unilever to get stuffed. They told me get stuffed. So we had a mutual stuffing. And as a result, I just went out on my own, decided I didn't want to go back in the corporate, and started working as a consultant, initially on the food service area. But the more speaking I did in presentations, the more I realized people wanted to hear some of the content that I had presented with a little bit of humor, and I eventually morphed into IrishmanSpeaks. So the message there, I think, is that if you're in business, you don't always find the solution immediately. I mean, we trekked the foothills initially, and I kind of eventually morphed into IrishmanSpeaks rather than being just IrishmanSpeaks from the day I left corporate.
Gotcha. All right. So now, and you and I, we have sort of parallel paths, because I remember after 26 years in corporate pharma, working for a biotech, helping make billion-dollar drugs, we've experienced some of that same thing too, where they eventually say, even though you did wonderful work for them, they tell you to get stuffed. And it's time to move on. So, so tell us a little more about, who is it that you love to work with? Like, who's your target audience? How can we help you find them? And really just how can we help you grow here?
Well, I suppose the way to address that, Raja, would be, what organizations want to improve their people, performance, and productivity with a smile? The answer is literally everyone. So I speak across the board to manufacturing, sales, marketing to pharma as well. And in fact, healthcare is a pretty large market for me because I've had 2 bouts of cancer over the years. And I tell the event planners when I'm speaking, talking about possibly going to speak to nurses or an oncology conference, what I actually say is that having had a thyroidectomy and a prostatectomy, I now have an Irish condition known as there's not much left of me. Okay, so that line kind of shows that I can have humor while talking about a serious journey that people have when they're trying to navigate the journey of cancer. And I love speaking to healthcare nurses and oncology, trauma nurses in particular, because the stress they're under is incredible. And they're a fantastic audience to speak to.
Gotcha. And you know what? Like I remember during the pandemic, and while I was working on the COVID-19 vaccine, I have a neighbor who's a nurse. I have a few other friends that had worked in physical therapy places or in hospitals. It was brutal. I mean, the amount of so many people were getting burnt out, upset, coming home, disheveled, and just thinking like, how on earth can we continue humanity acting this way, behaving this way? And it was rough. So a lot of those people have not fully recovered from that experience. Some have, some retired, and some just quit because they couldn't handle it anymore. So we need help and support for everyone out there, especially for all of our first responders, all the people that work in hospitals. You know, you have one of the most challenging jobs, and we give you our appreciation. You get the victory bell for being there and being amazing. So now, Conor, you have something amazing that you want to share with the audience. You have a free gift here, and there is his link down below. Please take a look at it and click it, because what are they going to get when they click that link, my friend?
Right. Well, as a presenter, I deliberately use a lot of humor to reinforce my messages. And what I actually do say, Raja, and research studies support this, is that humor is one of the best ways to build connection with an audience. So a lot of people are afraid to use humor in their presentation. So what I put together was 53 humorous quotes and flubs that you can use in any presentation. And they range from quotes from Mark Twain, who would be one of my favorite authors, right through to Barack Obama, Lyndon Johnson, a lot of actors, etc. But 53 humorous quotes and flubs that you can use in any presentation.
I love it. I love it. So definitely click on that link below. If you're a speaker, author, coach, a heartfelt entrepreneur, you know, my people with cachet, as I always say, you know, you will definitely want this. So make sure you grab that link. I know I will too. Go check it out, and, you know, go start to up level your life. So Conor, let's shift gears a little bit, talk about you, because I always say that people join a person, not a business. So we want to get to know you. This is what I call the speed round, or some people call it the speed dating round, because that's what it feels like. But I say this is like Vin Diesel. It is fast, furious, fun. So we want to just get to know you, my friend. Tell us a little bit more about, like, I think you already touched upon it, but I'm going to ask anyway. You know, where did you grow up and how did you grow up?
Okay, I grew up in a small little town in Ireland called Middleton. And if people are familiar with that name, it's because there is a famous Irish whiskey brand called Middleton Whiskey. So I grew up just about 400 yards from the distillery, where my dad actually was the doctor on call, because in those days there were small little plants and people didn't have the medical facilities. So that, Middleton, County Cork, Ireland. Had a great time growing up. I wanted to be a goalkeeper for Manchester United. Didn't happen. So
go Manchester. That's okay. And so growing up, you must have had a you know, a calling. I hear what you're doing now and how you're helping people. Like, was there a particular, maybe like a book or a movie or someone that inspired you to become who you are now, the way you think today?
I wouldn't say that when I was growing up I had that kind of a calling. I mean, I was just a regular Irish kid kind of thing. Going to college, I didn't even know what I wanted to do. And I basically, when I came out of college, for the only time in my life, I took the job that was offering the highest pay. And that was with Murphy's Stout in Ireland. It was a great, actually, education for me. But people that inspire me, I would say that John Lewis would be the person that I really have an awful lot of time from. Congressman John. I mean, that guy used to talk about the good trouble, and he was so brave in a time when it wasn't easy to be brave. He's now lauded by most of the country, but he and so many other people went through an awful lot of difficulty and challenges and pain during the civil rights movement.
I got you. And that's a powerful thing, because I know a lot of people right now, they feel like their rights are being either not violated, but maybe they are being trampled, maybe they're being excluded. And we want to make sure that everybody's voice gets heard. What about, you know, and this is kind of bring this to light also. What growing up, was there a favorite movie that kind of led your way?
Was there a favorite movie? I'm not sure that there was a favorite movie at. We go for Bullet. We got Bullet. Steve McQueen. I watched that. Still watch that on the Turner movie channel, and I love it. The driving in that, and Steve McQueen was kind of a hero, I suppose, to all the younger guys.
And for the younger generation that don't know who that movie was, by the way, in the Cars movie by Disney, or was it Pixar? In the Cars movie, the hero is Lightning McQueen. That's where they got the name from Steve McQueen from the movie Bullet back in the 70s.
Right. Yeah.
So I always like to bring things full circle. When people say, "Wow, it's so amazing, everything's so brand new," it's like, well, pieces of it are pieces of it are a homage to something that was great in the past as well.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. So being in Ireland and also in Chicago, what is your favorite kind of movie? Or I'm sorry, like, what's your favorite kind of music? What do you like?
Favorite kind of music? In most of my intros, Raja, the final line is Conor likes to listen to Metallica loud. His wife does not like him to listen to Metallica loud. So Metallica would be one of my favorite bands. I really like heavy metal. Best performer, and I actually watch as a performer and see how he connects with the audience I've ever seen is Bruce Springsteen. His ability to be able to play with the audience, bring them to highs, bring them back down low, reach out to them, show compassion, energy. He's got, I think speakers can and presenters can learn a lot from their favorite artists and look at why.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely.
With me right now.
So I'm gonna hijack the mic for 1 second. Last year, I took my daughter to go watch Taylor Swift down in Miami. So we had a big daddy-daughter adventure. We flew from Philadelphia to Miami, and we watched the whole Taylor Swift thing. Even though on Disney Plus, you can watch the entire Eras Tour video, 3.5 hours. Yeah. So I actually did my homework and I watched that concert on Disney Plus first before we went. Yeah. Because I knew I would be on drink duty, go get snacks duty, go get the merch duty. So I was not going to be watching the whole concert anyway. Yeah. But wow, her ability to transition between songs, transition between costumes, transition the scenery, the change, and guide the emotional journey of the audience. That is something that I thought, hey, wait, I can do that. I think I would love to do that. Yeah. So, and so I totally agree with you. I think that, and Bruce, God, he's incredible. And I remember that movie, Blinded by the Light. Did you see that movie that came out a couple years ago? Right. Yeah. About the Punjabi kid. He was trying to figure out his life, and he learned from all the Bruce Springsteen songs. Yeah. And I went to Asbury Park for a triathlon several years back. So I remember being in the presence of Bruce Lee and hearing, not Bruce Lee, Bruce Springsteen. Right. And just being in awe of how amazing everything there was. Yeah. So Conor, what is a fun fact about you that maybe people don't know?
Well, I've probably given two of them already. One is about Metallica. The second was I'm a failed Manchester United goalkeeper. Yeah. The third one that won't surprise any people is that I like to go back to Ireland once a year and have some properly poured Guinness. I know it's playing to stereotype.
Yes.
But, when you go back home, the favorite foods and the atmosphere and the ambience, I think is just relaxing, and it helps me to recharge as well. It's probably the same for every other immigrant when they go back. And there's something special about going home. Now, the United States is my home. I'll be cremated, buried, whatever it is here at this stage. But it's lovely to go back.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm the same way. I was born in Bombay. Yeah. And I came to the U.S. as an immigrant when I was very young. And so, that is why you don't hear the accent from me. But sometimes it is coming out. I don't know. Sometimes it is just there. Yeah. Yeah. And so I can turn it on and off. It's kind of funny. Yeah. I do my best impression of like Apu from The Simpsons. But like you, I make the best of the two cultures and try to really embody the best of both. And I love going back to India to visit, and it's like the culture, the food, the people, the languages, the smells. It's great.
Right. Yeah. Agree.
And I think everybody out there who has emigrated from any country, that's what makes America great. That we can all work here together like proper human beings and be the puzzle pieces and fit together.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
All right. So what about what is your favorite quote? You have someone that you'd like to follow.
Favorite quote. I speak a lot on attitude. One of my core concepts is the gift of gab: goals, attitude, and behavior. And introducing the attitude concept, I use a quote from Viktor Frankl, who was in prison in a Nazi concentration camp during the Second World War. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, he wrote that everything can be taken from a person except the last of their freedoms. The ability to choose one's attitude in any set of circumstances. The ability to choose one's attitude in any set of circumstances. I think that's really powerful, and I speak a lot to that. And the way I actually say to people how you can choose your attitude is that when something goes wrong, or before something goes wrong, if you ask yourself the question, what do I want my attitude to be? What do I want my attitude to be?
Yeah.
So if something has gone wrong and you kind of blow up, which is natural, if you ask yourself, what do I want my attitude to be? You're not going to say, I want to be angry or annoyed. You probably say, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be annoyed. And then you can make some effort not to be angry and not to be annoyed. So Viktor Frankl, who I think has inspired so many people over the years, with the concept that shows you can.
And I read his book not long ago. I think it was probably last year, maybe 2 years ago, and I loved it because one of my favorite quotes out of his book. And apparently they're making a Viktor Frankl a memorial somewhere around the world. So but one of his favorite quotes that I love to use is that he talks about how you have zero control over what happens to you, but you have 100% control over your perception of what happens to you. And that's exactly what you're talking about there, is that you get to choose your attitude. You get to choose the way that you how do you choose your emotion? How do you move forward? Right? It's brilliant, Connor. I love that. And the fact that you're a big fan of like Viktor Frankl too, that makes us twins now. Okay. Can you tell the difference? Like that we're twins? Yeah, we can tell, huh?
That's right. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. So for those of you that are also twins of mine as well, make sure that you also like and subscribe to the channel, because it helps the algorithm so we can keep bringing you experts like Connor here today, and we can keep on bringing you amazing people. So one more question, then we're going to switch over to our next segment here, Connor. And this is always a fun one. I always say, what is your favorite food? Because we always need to break bread somewhere, right? So what do you love to eat?
It really depends on the day, time, ambience as well. But my go-to is cooking a rare steak. And when I go further than that, the more I begin to go to just a reasonably good steakhouses that do hamburgers fresh. I think a well-cooked hamburger, rare hamburger in a good steakhouse takes beating. That kind of might seem surprising. I'm not talking about the McDonald's kind of stuff now, but a freshly produced hamburger out of those steakhouses.
Oh my God!
Magic.
That's beautiful. All right, Connor. Well, listen, I'm gonna. I know exactly who to call. Hello, Bruce Cripps. Yeah, how you doing? Steakhouse. Yeah, but listen, I got my Irish friend over here. He's a fantastic guy. He loves fresh, freshly made ground beef hamburgers. So I want you to take care of them. Send a pallet of those in the green room stack. Okay, totally. Thanks so much, Chef. All right, so that's my totally real call.
All right.
And so they'll take care of you in the green room.
I'll expect one over in a few minutes' time. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. So listen, while you're there, I'm going to ask you one more question. Just what do you want people to recall about you?
I would like people to. Well, I'll tell you what. What I sometimes ask people is, what would you like in your tombstone? And I kind of go back to my cowboy movies when I was a kid. And what I would like on my tombstone in Boot Hill is just 3 words: he done good. And if people say that about me, I'll be happy. And that's what I want people to feel about me after they've worked with me as well. That he good guy who provides good content, who helped me to navigate my way through a pretty difficult and challenging world, and he did it and did it with a smile and made us smile as well. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very nice, Conor. So Conor, thank you so much. We're going to send you to the green room with some snacks. I mean, gosh, enjoy all those hamburgers, and please save me some because I'm getting hungry now too.
I'll do that, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate you. All
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So while Conor's there, I got to ask you a question here. Like, we want to change lives. We want to make waves in the universe. But if we're going to do that, we got to do something else first. We have to make a big splash.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right, folks. So thank you today. So today's sponsor is going to be Speaker Pro 2. Make sure you join the founders today. And we are doing a soft launch. So the first 100 will be able to take advantage of the founders investment price. So as Conor was saying earlier about your perception and talking about Viktor Frankl, let's talk about Viktor Frankl today because I love the guy. And if you have not read his book, Man's Search for Meaning, you have to get it. It should be on your reading list. And what it really talks about, like escaping the Nazi Holocaust. And yes, it was real. Anybody out there that's doubting, yes, it was very real. And in order to survive something where you're being crushed physically, emotionally, spiritually, every single day, how do you do that? How do you survive that? Well, you got to compartmentalize your mind and find ways to find the small wins. And in that, there's a life lesson there. It's like there are small wins all around us. And for those of us that are in a corporate, sometimes soul-sucking job, sometimes it's a great job. I don't know. I'm not here to judge that. But if you do feel like you can do more and be more, start looking for the wins every single day, the small wins, because everything that happens to you every single day, we were just talking about this at Toastmasters meeting last night. When one door closes, another opens. Well, what if you didn't get the promotion that you wanted? What if you didn't get on the project that you wanted? What if you didn't get in time to see your children's soccer game or your daughter's ballet recital or orchestra concert? What if you had a divorce recently and you're still struggling to rekindle a connection with your children? People are going through a lot of things, right? So, but what is your perception of that life? If you can find the good in every single day, small things, and show gratitude. Gratitude is one of the best emotions that will help sustain you for the rest of your life. So look for the good. You remember, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And it's your perception of what happens to you that helps you find that gratitude in everyday life. So let's bring Viktor back. I mean, not Viktor, Conor back. And well, that's how you know it's live, right? So my goof up. So let's bring him back and let's see if he saved me any food. So how are the burgers, man? Did you save me any?
Mega, they were just almost steak tartare quality. That's what I just want a slight little crisp on either side of the freshly made burger. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, fantastic. You're very welcome. So listen, you heard the 60-second mind shift. What was your big takeaway and what would you add to that?
I completely agree with you in terms of the small little behaviors. Small little things can make a real difference. Dolly Parton left us yesterday. None of us can have the impact that she has on the world, but we can have that kind of an impact on the world just around us. And I think your comment about small little behaviors and doing something small for someone each day, for instance, can make a real difference to how you're perceived and to how other people perceive you as well, Raja.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been beautiful, Conor. And so you're just a great human being. I know that you're going to do so much good in the world. I'm going to put up your banner one more time. Make sure if you've not grabbed it yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and grab his humorous quotes for a speech. I love that. If you're in Toastmasters or if you work in a job anywhere, adding a little bit of humor will make you memorable and also reduce some of the stress and anxiety that's happening in the world around you. All right, so definitely take advantage of that. And Conor, I got one last question for you before we head up into the sunset, holding hands, singing Kumbaya. And I'm gonna leave you with an Irish quote. may the sun be on your face and the wind be at your back, right? But if somebody gave you $100 billion, or let's call it euros, 100 billion euros, right? What is your grand vision to change the world?
Oh, my grand vivid vision to change the world would be to try and set up some proper trust where we could bring decent healthcare to a lot of people. Let's keep it as simple as that. I always do say though, Raja, that the worst day of my life would be the day I would win the lottery, because I think all it brings is pain and frustration and sadness ultimately to the people who win it.
Well, here's the thing too. I think if you have a plan for that money, you can do some great good with it. I think a lot of people don't have a plan when some windfall falls in their lap, some distant relative passes away, they just got a bunch of millions of dollars in their pocket. All of a sudden, they don't know what to do with it. That's the problem. The problem is you don't have a plan.
Yeah.
So I would ask you, everybody out there, make a plan. Whether you plan to win or you plan to fail, one of those plans will happen. So make a plan to win. All right, Conor, thank you so much. You've been an incredible guest. I want to thank everybody out there for being amazing. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, this is Coach Raja. Don't fake it till you make it. Believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Bye-bye. All right. So, question for you now, Conor. So, there are thousands of podcasts and shows out there. Why'd you pick my show? Why did you pick me?
The reason why I picked you, Raja, is I have seen your podcasts previously, and I've interacted with you on other mastermind groups as well. And I think your insights and ability to make the podcast guest feel welcome is highly unusual and a great asset for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I tell everybody keeps asking me, well, Roger, you already did 500 interviews in 3 years. What's more left to prove? I'm like, I just did that to prove it to myself that I have a voice, despite my speech impediment. So now it's fun. Yeah. I don't know if anybody knows this, but when you get to interview cool people all the time and make new friends, it gets to be fun. So yeah, that's why I do it, because it's fun. So Conor, what was your biggest takeaway from the show today?
Biggest takeaway from the show today, honestly, is that you ask good questions, which allows me to, I hope, provide good answers that help people just see how they might be able to improve themselves or their workplace around themselves today. And if we go back to Viktor Frankl and to Dolly Parton, let's be nice, let's be kind. Yes.
And you know what? Dolly Parton was always one of those people that she just, no matter what, she just exuded just confidence and happiness. Like he would just want to be around her, because like you can't be around Dolly Parton and not smile.
Yep.
Like, and not feel like a great person. Of course, she was beautiful, but it was more than that. It was just her personality. Really, she was so accepting of everyone. Yeah. She really saw the good in everyone, and I think the world sorely needs more people like that. So we definitely lost an angel yesterday. So you guys all know, say a prayer for Dolly Parton. I'm sure she's in heaven with the angels, and so we're gonna move on. So Conor, last question, and then we're out of here. How much on a scale of 1 to 10 would you recommend me to somebody else's stage?
Well, can we go with the Spinal Tap answer?
Sure. What is that?
Tune her up to 11.
I love it. Thanks so much, man. You get a victory bell for that. That's beautiful.
Okay.
All right, folks. Podcast crew knows what to do from here, and we are out of here. Great job, everyone.